I'm fine, when you're secure in how that nothing is secure here, like when you know for sure you've gone astray, you are less lost than the next one that doesn't know. In fact, that we are to do nothing here but to wait. And what are we waiting for? That's the good question. But in the meantime, watch the movie unfold. It's a comedy act, and boy, can it get hilarious. Otherwise, you're taking it way too seriously and you need some relief. If you're not laughing, you're doing it all wrong. Yeah, and it's hard to be around you, especially nowadays. Where I'm at, the it's interesting to see how it's just confetti, as far as the world condensed. I call Idlewild the world condensed because it is. If there was such a thing as the world, which there isn't, there is abracadabra, and then we have an overlay happening based in something that was suggested, and of course it was done through mouth noising. I mean, boy, it happens up here. I mean, if you haven't separated that shit out, you are definitely the world condensed, right? Pardon me, right there. With Idlewild, the way that everybody knows everybody just because of what they heard about them, and it's like, you mean you didn't have an experience for yourself? That's kind of cheating not only yourself, but I mean, there's another person there. I mean, if it's about people, what if it's just about the truth? But then there is that the fact that you can be a truth all up in it, and then now these people can care less. They're just going to talk about what it might be, how it might be, and according to money, that's a talk about an insecurity system, man. You know what I mean? What are we going to do with that? Because it doesn't require reality to set itself up and chug away. That's where I was looking at. It's like, well, when people come up here, it's just like, yeah, that's going to try to make it, but it can't. It's butting up against some wilderness here. Even if you burnt down all the trees, there's still a wilderness here, and it is just made of pure fucking granite. What are you going to do? How much junk are you going to bring just to pacify yourself in a place that you can't budget with a fucking atom bomb? And that's most of the nature of reality. I mean, if we didn't have granite here, that's what outer space would prove. Having said this, I'm going to continue on with my inserting some things that are just rather comical, and I'm sure there's another faction that is just tired of being so-called courteous and or quiet about the fact of the comedy act that is happening, ever ever compounding. And I mean, there's so much material available. Haven't you seen any of the truth lately?